to a brand new series of Would I Lie to You, the show where economising with the truth pays dividends. On David Mitchell's team tonight, he's as funny as he's tall, and tall as he's bald, and as bald as he's funny. It's the funny bald tall Dara Ó'Briain. And the only man lucky enough to see Tess daily from Splash and Family Fortunes, TV presenter Vernon Kay. And on Lee Mack's team tonight, an actress who starred in both A Midsummer Night's Dream and Strictly Come Dancing. So we've seen her bottom and her cha-cha. It's Denise Van Outen. Borderline, yeah. And a comedian who, on his show about work experience, did a stint as a dustman. Although you don't really need training for that, you just pick it up as you go along. It's Rod Gilbert! And so to round one, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they've no idea what they'll be faced with. And then it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Dara is first up. Dara, please reveal all.
OK. In nightclubs, in order to impress the ladies, I used to break into my special catwalk move.
I hope this is true. Lee's team.
Before, you know we're going to ask you to demonstrate it. Before you do, can we just clarify? You mean like a model, or were you on all fours and weeing?
And walking at the same time. No, like a model,
OK, well, could you demonstrate for us now?
Well, no, that'd be ridiculous.
No, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. No, because if I showed you that I did a very good catwalk move, then obviously I'm telling the truth.
Not necessarily. You could be lying, but you are able to do it. You could say, when I used to go to nightclubs, I would occasionally stand on one leg. And if I said demonstrate, you'd go, no, because if I stand on one leg, it'll prove I can do it. And I'd go, no, proves you can stand on one leg. It didn't prove that you used to do it in nightclubs. So, I ask you again, get yourself on the floor and start walking.
This move is so good that if I were to show I could do it, you'd be going, well, obviously you'd play that card in a nightclub.
Just imagine we're in a nightclub now, nightclub setting. I'm single, I'm well up for it, I'm from Essex.
I'll take this. Will you compromise? Will you do the face?
Yeah, do you do a model face? Like, do you pout?
It's more about the swivel of the face than the face itself. Right. The
swivel of the face.
Wow.
How do you swivel your face?
It's very difficult.
I can swivel my face.
Really?
I mean, that's swivelling it, isn't it?
No, that's surely swivelling your head.
That's bad.
Swivelling,
that's bad.
Well, your face swivels when you swivel your head.
No.
The head's the thing your face is on.
Your head does need to stay still while the face moves if you're going to do it.
No, I don't. I think you can swivel things with the use of things that the things are attached to.
I can move my eyes, seriously, right to the back of my head. Watch. There you go. No. Yes.
Swivel your face in relation to other bits of your head. I'm swiveling it in relation to the rest of the universe.
Dara, really, within the rules of the game, I think it would be right for you to show us this move. Dara, I'm going to help you here, OK?
No. Here,
yes, I am. I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you a little bit of music so you've got something to work with.
Oh, inspiration.
Now, I don't know if we've got anything ready, but hit it.
Wait, stop. Wait, no, hold on. This is the catwalk area here, right? However, first the model walks out to the start of the walk, right? So I'm slightly backstage here. I'm nervous. I'm ready to go, right? This will be the catwalk area here. When I hit the bend, watch for the swivel, right?
Dara, was this boring bit part of the chatter?
Oh, man.
Did you have to explain it all before you did it? But what she was about to see?
Did you have the confidence in the nightclub to go? Cut the music! I'm not ready! Cut the music! Everyone, stop having fun! I'm not ready!
OK, music.
Yeah. No comment, no comment. Hang on a second.
But I find that very attractive.
The swivel? Did you see the swivel?
Yeah.
That was nice. The swivel of your head rather than your face.
What you're asking for would require surgery.
That's what the women used to say when he used to chat up.
Lee, what's it going to be, truth or lie?
What do we think?
Well, I think...
Would that have done anything for you in a nightclub?
No, not really.
10 years ago,
made me
more hair,
laugh.
thinner, you know.
I'd have
I'm
laughed.
not only fighting weight here, right?
Definitely wasn't the first time he's done that move. He's definitely pulled that move off before.
He's definitely done that
too
move
much
before.
confidence.
Do you think so?
Too much confidence.
Should we think it's the truth then?
But he hasn't necessarily done it for the reasons he's saying he's done it.
Men are so indecisive. Let's just go with the truth.
I'm not sure about that.
Let's go with the truth.
So, Lee, what's it going to be? Come on.
Should we go for
We'll go for the truth.
Oh, let's go for a truth.
Right, they're saying it's the truth. Dara Ó'Briain, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
It is true.
Yes, it's true. Dara used to break into a special catwalk move to impress the ladies in nightclubs. Right, Denise, you're next.
I once got a tattoo because I was told that it would disappear after 3 years.
Really? When?
It was on a job that I was doing. It was actually live on TV I was tattooed, and it was on the Big Breakfast.
And who had told you that they'd disappear after 3 years?
Johnny Vaughan.
Yeah.
Had you not previously heard of tattoos?
No, it was a new... They were a German company, and they came on the show, and they claimed that they had this new ink that would fade after 3 years.
And they did it live on the Big Breakfast?
Yeah.
So can we see it?
No, because it's in a place where I don't really want to get it out.
What do you mean? What part of the body?
Where is it then?
It's just at the top of my bottom.
What is it, Denise?
What I had was Barbara Windsor was on the show, and, you know, she used to say, oh, because I love Carry On Camping, and, you know, she used to say, well, you are saucy, so I wanted to have saucy tattooed across there.
I've got a potato tattoo on my back.
Potato?
Hold up. Yeah. Denise won't show you. I don't mind if I get mine out.
I might have to undo a button first.
Yeah, undo a button.
I'll sort it out, don't worry.
All right.
What I'm doing is I'm doing this, but I'm imagining my face has swiveled that way. Right. I can confirm that is a potato.
Are you sure that's a potato?
Yeah.
What? Why have you got that?
Rod, if I were you, I'd have that checked out. Has it changed shape in the last few years?
Used to be a chip on his shoulder.
There it is. Beautiful. Do you know what? It was worth it just for that.
So, Denise, you've already said, if this is true, that we can't see it.
Well, I don't mind showing you.
Oh.
Maybe later.
Have you taken legal action against the people who promised you that it would be there for just 3 years?
No, because I don't know who they are. They didn't leave any forwarding details for me to get in touch in 3 years.
German men turned up on the Big Breakfast.
But it was the Big Breakfast.
Yeah, we would like to maybe tattoo you in a secret place, and do not ask any questions.
So, David, what are you going to say? Is this the truth, or has she made this all up?
I believe that you might have had a tattoo on television. What I can't believe is that you'd think that a tattoo wouldn't last forever. That I think you'd be well,
but
fine.
She'd
I'll
been
have
told
a tattoo.
by Germans that it would go.
Yeah, the two greatest authorities, Germans and Johnny Vaughan.
Yeah. What do you think, Darren?
No, there's certainly an emotional context in which this could have happened. I don't think anyone's mad enough to have fallen for that.
It's a big risk on live television to tattoo someone and then say, oh, don't worry, it'll go
fade,
into
it'll be all gone.
Take a decision.
We think
What's
it's
it
a
gonna be?
lie, then.
We think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Denise Van Outen, were you telling the truth then, or were you telling a lie?
True.
That was great. I didn't think you were going to get away with that. That's really good.
Yeah, it's true. Denise did get a tattoo because she was told it would disappear after 3 years. Now, you did say that I was the only one.
Only you.
Only me. Where will I see it? Where will we...
Look
how
away.
will we do this?
No, seriously. Don't look.
It's fine.
I need counselling. Right. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to sort out who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Mel. So, Vernon, what is Mel to you?
This is Mel, and he came to the rescue when I almost blew up a banana factory.
David, perhaps you'd like to explain how you know Mel?
This is Mel. He's the postman who had to retrieve my phone from a postbox when I accidentally posted it instead of a letter I was carrying.
Finally, Dara, how do you know Mel?
This is Mel. One night we were out stargazing and we were quizzed by the police because they thought we were peeping Toms.
Lee's team, where do you want to begin?
There's something about, if he had said blown up, he blew up a banana factory, it would have been bizarre. There's something more bizarre about almost blowing up a banana factory.
What did you actually do in the banana factory?
Well, what happens in a banana factory is that bananas come in from a foreign land, let's say the Caribbean, and they are ripened in Bolton.
They're ripened in Bolton?
There's not enough sun in the Caribbean. Did you work in this banana factory?
I did, yeah.
Right, what was your job?
Do?
Were you the banana straightener?
No.
Or were you the banana bender? Maybe they come in straight, and it's his big muscly body that turns them into that shape. That's what they do in Bolton. What are you up to? Oh, you know, just usual, bending me bananas.
Surely it's a banana ripening plant, anyway, not a factory.
Well, it's a factory because there was a conveyor belt, so I just...
Wait, whoa. There's a conveyor belt. So someone puts it on and it's green, and by the end of the conveyor belt, it's ripened. How big is this conveyor belt, Vernon? And more to the point, what are you doing other than... Shall I straighten it? Yeah?
What did Mel do?
Mel, he was one of the foremen in the factory.
There was only 4 men working in a banana factory?
How did you almost blow up this banana factory?
I was on a forklift truck, and what happened was I inadvertently drove into a gas heater and disconnected it.
Right, and then what happens?
And then the factory filled up with gas.
Really properly fills?
Yeah.
What did Mel do?
What did Mel do? How did he save you?
Mel shut down the factory and evacuated the building.
Leaving the bananas to ripen themselves.
Now, what about David? What did we think of David's story with the post box?
What were you supposed to be posting?
I had a card and 2 normal letters to post.
Right.
And the nearest post box to me has a has a very narrow aperture. Right. So only...
What, for the letters?
Yes, yeah.
I know the kind of thing.
Or for, you know, whatever you want to use it for. But it's...
We've got them back home.
Yeah. And you can't get them in sometimes. You can't get the wider things in. So...
What, so you thought I'd just post whatever fits, and that was your phone? Stuff my keys in there. Oh, they go in, the keys go in. Did it change? Oh, that goes in, all right, that's the stuff that is.
I was contemplating what an outdated medium snail mail was, and I thought this will show them. No, in my confusion, I said, oh, that doesn't fit. I'll post Those two, they fit. And oh, what a fool!
Oh, so the two.
What a fool I've been!
The two.
If only this were happening in a sitcom.
The 2 letters and the phone go in at the same time.
Yeah.
So you emailed it and put a hard copy in at the same time.
So how did Mel come into it? Was he?
How did he
Well, luckily, Mel had also fallen in. And, he just reached it out, didn't he? And passed it out.
I mean, I hadn't realised that pillar boxes were manned until then. He simply handed it back.
No. So go on. What happened next?
I noticed that the last collection of the day was happening about half an hour later.
Right.
So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll simply wait.
Fiendishly clever.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
So what are you thinking?
No. Remind me again of your truth, lie.
Mel and I were stargazing,
Oh, yeah.
and the police quizzed us because they thought we were peeping Toms.
Was it just the 2 of you?
Yes, it was actually, yeah.
And what were you stargazing at?
We were looking at a meteor shower.
Oh, OK.
Yes.
So the 2 of you were out... what have you got? You got the telescope?
No, you don't.
What have you got?
You just use binoculars.
Binoculars?
Binoculars?
Yeah. Naked eye, generally, binoculars. You see, you don't use a telescope because they move quite quickly, so you'd have to be really fast on a telescope. You'd be playing it like like that.
Yeah, all right, but if you want a really good look, why don't you use 2 telescopes? Like binoculars. Okay. Because that's even better than binoculars. And also, if 2 things happen at once, you can go, and the moon's looking nice.
So when the police turned up...
We could see the police car coming, because it just drove along and then stopped, and 2 of the lads came over and walked over. Because we were 2 men standing in the middle of Ealing Common. There's houses all around, but with binoculars.
Yeah, but surely you don't look at you like that, right? Right up in the air.
I know, but maybe they saw during the midpoint of that. I don't know.
No. You don't go, right, let's start at the ground and go... You go like that and you do that. You don't go, would you like a cup of tea? Yeah. But, sorry, I can't see. Everything's blurry. You can take them off, can't you?
To be fair, nobody goes like this when they're using binoculars. Right, head up and now binoculars. They don't do that.
They do. They go, look at that there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
what they don't do is go, have you seen the moon tonight? Wait. I need a bit of a run-up.
Don't forget Dara's face moves independently from his head as well.
That's true, yes. He can swivel his face.
Nothing.
And look at the woman in the bathroom behind, it's true.
Right, Lee, we need an answer. Is Mel Vernon's banana hero, David's postman pal, or Dara's saucy stargazer?
What do you think?
I think the difficult thing is that Mel's got a tan, but you can get a tan in all 3 of those jobs.
Well, he's going to the Caribbean a lot to pick up bananas.
Stargazing, you can get a tan off that if you're out there long enough. And a postman, outdoors all day, yeah.
You know that stargazing is done predominantly at night.
There's not a shadow of a doubt in my mind that Mel worked in the banana factory.
OK, you're saying banana man.
I definitely, if I saw Dara and Mel on Ealing Common, I would think they were a couple of pervs.
But Dara could have said, it's OK, I work in TV. And the police would go, well, that makes it impossible then.
So what are you going to say?
We are going to say that, in fact, Dara was cautioned by the police for standing on Ealing Common. Not necessarily for being a pervert.
Caution actually means something.
Sorry, no, he wasn't cautioned. All right, he was questioned, sorry.
I was never formally cautioned with anything.
You say it's Dara?
Go for it.
So, Mel, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Mel, and I rescued Vernon after once nearly...
Yes, Mel is Vernon's banana boss. So, how dangerous was this? Were you just seconds away from bang?
Virtually, yeah. Vernon's driving the forklift, and like you said,
why didn't you speak like this before? Why isn't he allowed to speak?
And what was Vernon known as within this factory?
Little Vern.
Little Vern?
Little Vern.
Oh. Stand up next to Mel, Vernon, and let's see Little Vern now. Mel, thank you very much indeed. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lies, in which our panellists lie not only through their teeth, but against the clock. We will start with... It's David.
One of the codes I live my life by.
Always a good start.
Is that my appearance should be in no way noteworthy. But then again, not so unnoteworthy as to be in itself noteworthy.
What do you think?
Well, if it is true, you're certainly carrying it off. When did you decide on this code?
It didn't happen suddenly. It just, you know...
It sort of developed.
The way I felt comfortable being sort of gradually formed into the philosophy, and I don't think that's too grandiose a term, that I have read off a card for you today.
I would say since you've got a beard, you have become more noteworthy.
The answer to that is I've enjoyed growing a beard. But you're right, because I've grown a beard, some people have said, oh, I see you've grown a beard, or he's got a beard, look at his beard. And I hate those moments. Can I just put you up on the point? I deeply hate those moments of being physically noticed.
Have you really enjoyed growing a beard?
Well, no, well, that's what's so odd. I mean, I haven't, like, hugely enjoyed it. It's not been like a brilliant roller coaster. but it's just very, very slightly I've enjoyed it. And very slightly also I've had a sense of achievement. Of course, it is no achievement. It's actually a failure in personal hygiene. but it feels like an achievement.
But you surely went through the difficult itchy stage.
I did go through this.
No one enjoys that?
No. I call them my teens.
Do you make these rules about everything? Are the underpants you're wearing unnoteworthy enough to be you know what I'm saying? Are they?
No, I don't think...
Sorry, let's start again. Are you wearing underwear?
Yes.
OK.
And I don't want to sound too sexy, but yes.
Oh.
I don't want to sound too sexy, but no.
Oh.
Under my underwear, I'm naked.
Oh. David, I want to know not what you consider noteworthy. I want to know what you consider so unnoteworthy that it becomes noteworthy.
A grey tie. If you were in a suit, like you're in a suit-wearing scenario, and you wore a grey tie, that would be so unnoteworthy as to be in itself noteworthy.
So a grey tie...
It could be so colourless, so not wanting to draw the eye, it would draw the eye. It's how you spot spies, isn't it? People who are just trying to blend in so much, they blended in so much they're noticeable.
It's true.
Like a chameleon. If there was a chameleon in here, it would stand out.
I'll tell you what, if there was a comedian in here, it'd stand out.
It's a worrying round of applause on the subject of our...
Is it true or is it a lie? Make your decision.
I think it's true. I think it's very plausible that David would be like that, yeah.
OK.
Yeah, I think it's true.
True?
I'll go with my team and say it's true.
All saying true. David, truth or lie?
Yes, well, of course it's true.
Yes, it's true. One of the codes David lives his life by is that his appearance should be in no way noteworthy. Next. It's Rod.
I once dug up my dead hamster and gave it a wash.
What age were you when you bought it?
Oh.
And what age were you when it bought it?
Oh, God. When I bought it, I must have been 25.
25? Sorry, what? 25?
6.
So I think we were...
6.
So I must say, I was thinking it would have been...
I don't know exactly. I did not record my age when I went into the shop.
OK, but we're not
not to use
splitting hairs between 23 and 24
Mid-20s.
Right? You weren't 9, is what we're basically getting here.
No, I tell you what, maths really is your strong point.
Yeah. No, the point is, who in their 20s buys a hamster?
I like the fact that it doesn't seem unusual that he dug it up and washed it. That's all right.
Did you
had a hamster in your mid-20s?
Did you wash
Surely
it?
that's not the bit you should be focusing on.
Did the hamster have a name?
Yes, so his name was... Yanto.
How's that spelled?
I-A-N-T-O, I think.
Does it
to be honest, I never had cause to write the name down.
You don't have to worry about the spelling of any pets, really. They just drop on does it?
I think there are times when you have to write... You might be writing an email with news to a loved one. By the way, Yanto's looking peaky.
Quite right, I did
Did
once...
you not put a little tombstone, thus making it easy for you later to dig him up and wash him?
He did have a tombstone, yeah, of sorts, yeah.
And did he not have Yanto written on the tombstone?
Tragically, there was already something written on his tombstone.
Oh, was it not?
It was a lollipop stick.
It had a joke on it.
The hamster died and you buried it where?
In the garden.
How long was it under the earth before you dug it up? Was it sort of months later?
No, probably a day or two.
Was it in a container, a sort of hamster coffin?
It was in a container, yeah.
What was the container?
It was in a smoothie bottle.
A smoothie bottle?
He was in a smoothie bottle. How did you get the hamster into the smoothie bottle?
With the lolly stick.
No, I took the top off and just pushed him in.
You sort of forced him in? Because I imagine...
I had to, he was dead. I tried persuading him, but it didn't work.
And then how would you get the hamster out to wash it?
Or did you put the water in the bottle, put the lid back on, give it a shake, and then take the lid off, and then...
No, you wouldn't want to put water in. You'd want to put lots of fizzy drink in, shake it up, and he's out. He's blown out that, yeah. And then you go...
The thing that we haven't established in all of this is why you felt you had to clean him.
Because he had like a strawberry Mohican. It was gone stiff.
There's still strawberry stuff in there?
Yeah, I hadn't rinsed it out properly.
And you were racked with guilt?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Can you describe the washing?
If I'm honest, the washing of him doesn't stand out that much in my... It was a fairly straightforward rinse and blow dry, as I remember.
Not a blow dry. Come on, you didn't blow dry him.
In the kitchen...
Been anywhere nice on your holidays?
What's...
Do you want a cup of tea or anything?
Did you run the hamster under the kitchen tap?
I washed as much of that strawberry smoothie out of his sticky, brittle hair as I could. We said our goodbyes and buried him in the garden.
So did you feel like you'd done the right thing?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Thanks, Rob. I did, yeah.
That's good. That's good to know. Do you think he's telling the truth?
I don't. No.
Maybe a quick flick under the tap, but I don't think he'd spend time scrubbing down the...
So you're saying lie?
We're saying it's a lie.
Saying it's a lie. Yeah. Rod, the hamster, the burial, the resurrection. Is it the truth, or were you telling a lie?
Obviously, it's true.
Well, it's true, and it's very upsetting. And that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. I can reveal that Lee's team have won by 4 points to 1. But it's not just a team game, and my individual liar of the week this week is Dara Ó'Briain. Yes, Dara is so good at lying, even Lance Armstrong thinks he should ease up. Good night. Welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show which delights in dishonesty. And on Lee Mack's team tonight, a man whose sole purpose in life is to make ordinary women look beautiful. He's the fashion equivalent of 8 pints of lager. It's Got Wham! And a man who, frankly, needs no introduction. So instead, let's spend the time delighting in his famous face. From Game of Thrones, Charles Dance! And on David Mitchell's team tonight, a comic most famous for her role as Dobby on Peep Show, alongside the supremely talented Robert Webb and some other bloke I can't remember the name of. It's Izzy Sooty. And an actor who recently starred in episodes and is soon to be the voice of Postman Pat. I don't know where he finds the time. Presumably he gets up early in the morning just as day is dawning. Stephen Mangan! And so to round one, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they've no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Stephen is first up. Off you go.
Whenever I eat beans on toast, I always imagine I'm a rescue helicopter, and with every forkful, I'm airlifting tiny bald men on a raft to safety.
What do you think?
How long have you done this for?
Since I was about 8.
Right. Any reason you do this apart from just keeping yourself amused?
It's
or...
that my auntie Bridget, who used to live with us.
Yes. Is this going to be a tragic story? She's bald, she was on a raft, she never survived, and it's our way of remembering her.
She was on a raft with 400 bald men.
Yeah.
Who needed rescuing.
Trust me, we all know your auntie. Yeah. You say raft, you mean mattress.
Yeah. Oh, I hope she's not watching.
She's busy, don't worry.
She used to live with us. My auntie Bridget used to live in our house, and she would often have to look after us if our parents were out. You know, I wasn't a good eater. I was a very skinny kid. And she used to try all sorts of stuff, and this is one technique she had. She used to do all sorts of other things as well.
Like what? What else would she do?
Spaghetti was, you were trying to, you know, you were throwing like a line, a rope down to rescue people at the bottom of a pit. Fish fingers were coaches.
Fish fingers were what?
There were coaches on the motorway. Here comes the coach, chop it in half. She's quite funny, my auntie Bridget. She's quite odd.
Do you think the bald men in question that were going to die on the raft felt glad that they'd ended in a more comfortable position of going down your throat into your stomach? Well, did you feel that was a safer place for them?
Well, that was the helicopter they were coming into.
Oh, your mouth was the helicopter?
Yeah, my mouth is the helicopter. That's a raft going down. That's the raft. The raft is they're sitting on the fork, which is a raft.
No, the raft is the toast, surely.
The toast is the raft.
No, because...
Yeah. What's the toast?
No, the toast is the boat they were in on the ocean. It's now covered in... Why would they be on a raft? If they're on a raft, they're already rescued. They're already OK.
But helicopters don't lower down rafts.
Oh, thanks. Well, you just ruined an entire lifetime story for me.
Another man comes attached to the rope and he picks up each individual bald man on the raft. I've seen it. Every time I've seen loads of bald men dying at sea and a man comes out of a helicopter and individually picks them up. So if you'd have done your backstory and you were a proper actor, you would know that you're supposed to be taking one beat. That's what Charles Dance would have done. Yeah, he'd have taken... Because he does his research. Yeah, and that's why he's not going to be the voice of Postman Pat.
So what do you think?
What do we think, Charles? Are we buying this story?
Reluctantly, I think I am buying this story.
You think it might be true?
I do actually think it sounds quite realistic. I think that in a child's brain you might make up all of these scenarios.
I don't think he was eating the beans. I mean, look at his hair. He was only eating the crust of that toast.
We think it's true, don't we?
You think it's true?
Yeah.
Charles says it's true?
Yeah.
I'll go on and we'll say it's true.
You're saying it's true. Stephen Mangan, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
Oh, no! Yes, it's a lie. When eating beans on toast, Stephen doesn't imagine he's a rescue helicopter airlifting tiny bald men to safety. Charles, you're next.
A little chimpanzee once came to my house for tea.
David's team, what do you think?
A little chimpanzee?
How little? A tiny chimp, about this high.
And did it come alone?
It preceded an expected guest.
Was that gorilla?
What did it eat?
Well, we tried Marmite because it was a Sunday afternoon and we were having tea and Marmite toast, and that's what my kids liked. But it turned its nose up at that, so we gave it cheese and tomato sandwiches and opened them up and took the inside and seemed to be quite happy with that.
Probably on a no-carbs diet.
What's a chimpanzee doing, coming round
Good question.
to your house for tea?
Yeah. She was with the friend who was expected, and the friend who was expected was running late, and she sent the chimpanzee on ahead.
So did the chimpanzee ring the doorbell or knock on the door? Or
Knocked on the door.
And you answer the door, and there is...
I went to the door, and my wife said, "Who's that?" And I said, "It's a chimpanzee." She said, "What does it want?" And the chimpanzee was doing this. And I said, "I think it wants tea." She said, "Well, ask it in."
How did the chimpanzee get to your house?
They ordered a taxi.
I don't know, I'm not a courageous man. If I was answering the door and I saw a chimpanzee, I wouldn't invite it in for tea. I'd be afraid. I'm not keen on wasps.
Really?
And they're much, much smaller than chimpanzees.
Who was the friend? Was it Michael Jackson? I mean, who were you receiving?
It was a lady that I had worked with quite some time before this afternoon.
Why did she have a monkey?
Because she had very few friends.
All right, David, what are you thinking? This sounds
I think it's
peculiar.
True. At the moment, I think it's true. What do you think?
I don't know. I want to know why she would send it first.
A sense of fun, surely. As a bit of a joke, go up there, knock on his door, it'll be amusing.
What do you think?
What I think Charles Dance, a chimp in a cheese sandwich. It's true.
Which way are you going to
I think we're going to go true, though.
You're going to say true, yeah?
Yeah.
OK. Charles Dance, your chimp story. Were you telling the truth, or were you telling a lie?
I'm sorry to say that it's true.
Yes, it's true. A little chimpanzee once went to Charles's house for tea. Gok, you're next.
Right, OK. Every Sunday, I spend 4 hours planning the 20 outfits I'll wear the coming week.
David's tea.
Do you lay them out, or do you just picture them?
I rack them. So in my bedroom, I've had some special bars put up.
Oh, yeah,
and
I remember those.
Yeah?
He has, I can vouch for this.
So I have one which is about 5'8", OK, and then I have another one which is about 4 foot high. OK, so when you put a pair of trousers on or a jacket or a top, it then looks like you. I occasionally, if I'm very busy, I photograph them. And then
I remember that bit too.
Yeah.
And explain why you need 20 out, because I'm thinking, even if you... I mean, I'm a tremendous slovenly slut.
It feels like you're phoning Babe Station and someone else has picked up. Sorry, can I speak to Sheila, the regular one?
I often wear the same outfit in the afternoon as in the morning.
I could be filming a series, and then I might be filming 3 different shows in one day, so I'll need 3 different outfits to represent 3 different episodes. I might be going out for lunch, and then I'll be doing something in the afternoon, so I'll get changed from a lunch outfit, because I don't want to be too dressed up to walk the dog. And it's also done by a weather report as well.
What?
The Met Office are fools. They get things wrong. Do you go through with your galoshes in bright sunshine on a Friday evening? You're presenting yourself as someone who plans things very carefully, thinks things through very carefully, but your very act of planning is in itself badly thought through. Because on a Monday, you only planned it the day before, you've got a good sense of what the weather's going to be like, your plans for the day are probably better formed, so on Mondays, that's absolutely fine. I know what I need in the morning, the afternoon, and, you know, outfits 3 and 4. But come Friday, the weather's all to cock, the dog has died, you've dropped 2 scenes you're supposed to film on the Wednesday, you've got to fit them in on on the Friday.
But I've taken photographs. So even if I've planned a Thursday PM outfit and I decide I don't want to wear it, I just flick through my phone and I might want to choose a Saturday PM outfit. And I'll go back to it.
How long do you spend on a Sunday getting your outfits ready for the week?
What I do is I look at the 7 or 8 or maybe sometimes 9 dirty underpants in the bag. I work out exactly, I spread them out on the bed. I look at them and I think, which can take a fourth trip?
David, I'm curious to put the same question to you. Sunday night comes around, you've had a smashing day, Country File is finished, and now you're thinking, I've got to plan ahead. How much time and thought goes into it for you?
Well, I always wear basically the same thing every day, so none.
You're like Batman in that respect, aren't you?
Yes, I see myself as a superhero, and I have basically one outfit. Which, you know... And
what's your superpower?
The ability to decide what to wear very quickly.
What are you thinking, David?
I think it sounds very plausible.
It does sound plausible, but is it too plausible?
I think it's true.
David's team thinks it's true. Gok, were you telling the truth, or were you telling a lie?
Are you trying to work out what to wear before you...
I was telling the truth.
Izzy, you're next.
Because my mum deemed Scooby-Doo too scary to watch, I was only ever allowed to listen to it.
Please, team, what do you make of that?
How would you do that? Would you have to be in another room, or...?
I was allowed to be in the room where the TV was. I had to wear a blindfold.
Oh, come on!
It was a tea towel, but you know, I was small, so I had a small head. It went round my head.
So she tied the tea towel around your eyes in what can only be described as a hostage situation. And then she left you in the room.
She stayed in the room to make sure that I didn't take it off.
Why didn't she just say, close your eyes and make sure you don't open them?
I think she just wanted to be sure that I wouldn't
be
able to... Yeah, because, like, she would sit next to me, but she wanted to watch it. It was one of her favourite programmes. So...
Whoa. Let's focus on that bit for a moment. Your mum's favourite programme was Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, amongst other things.
What other things?
Amongst the news.
Well, she obviously wasn't quite sure what kind of person she was, obviously. What kind of stuff do you like? Oh, you know, the news, Scooby-Doo, that's it. Anything else?
Gladiators.
And would she do that thing they do for, you know, the audio description? Would she say, and now Scooby-Doo is running away? Because it's quite a hard show to follow audibly. You can't see it. You have to rely on seeing it, don't you?
Wait.
In the words of Rob Brydon, I'm doing Scooby-Doo. I'm doing Scooby-Doo.
I think what you were trying to do was...
Here we go. Unbelievable. 7 series in and he can't let me have one moment, can he? OK, so you're blindfold in the living room. And how old are you?
It stopped when I was about 16 and just...
16?
So at 16, your mum would tie a tea towel around your head when Scooby-Doo was on?
Yeah, but by then we just liked the ritual of it. It was just...
Oh, it was a ritual now. Were you ever tempted to phone Childline? Well, you couldn't find the phone, could you?
Now, what about Scrappy-Doo? If Scooby-Doo was a bit heavy and some of the issues were a little bit, you know, difficult to deal with, Scrappy-Doo was a lot more accessible, wasn't it? How did she feel about that?
Is that a kind of spin-off?
Is that a kind of spin-off? It's Scrappy-Doo. It is. Look what you've done to my voice. It's Scrappy-Doo. It's the little version of...
There's no point saying little. She couldn't see it.
Well, it was a smaller dog with a...
Yeah, but if you can't see it, that could be a Great Dane on helium. She doesn't know the size of the thing, does she? In fact, it was a Great Dane, wasn't it? Scooby-Doo.
I don't know. I never saw Scooby-Doo.
The Marmaduke is a great
She never saw Scooby-Doo.
Are you my dad, Charles?
Charles,
did you ask me if I was your father?
Yeah.
Who's your mother?
So, what are you thinking? Truth or lie?
I think she's lying.
You think she's lying?
I think she's lying.
I think she's lying.
Well, then I must go with my team and say she's
OK,
lying.
you say it's a lie. Izzy, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Izzy wasn't only allowed to listen to Scooby-Doo because her mum deemed it too scary to watch. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So, please welcome this week's special guest, Hannah. Stephen, first of all, please, what is Hannah to you?
Yes, this is Hannah. We used to bamboozle our miserable neighbour by adding an item of clothing to his washing line after he pegged his laundry out.
Izzy, how do you know Hannah?
This is Hannah. In order to impress a boy, we once competed to see who could eat the most ants.
And finally, David, your relationship with Hannah.
This is Hannah. Last year, she bought a pub and named it the Mitchell and Glove. And I gave her my blessing to use my face on the pub sign.
Lee's team, where to begin?
Why is it the Mitchell and... What does the glove come into this?
I think it was originally called the Boxers.
As in the dog or the fighters?
As in the gloved fighters.
Well, it's an obvious progression, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boxing, David Mitchell.
I think she was very keen to change the image of the pub.
And do you know why Hannah chose you?
I think she, if you can believe it, she's a fan of my work.
Right, OK, so she's a fan.
It's a lie. Move on. Have you been to the Mitchell and Glove?
No.
Where is this pub, David? Which part of the country?
It's in Swansea.
What? Swansea?
Because I don't believe David. I can imagine his mind going, I've got to think of something quick. And even then he's thinking of middle-class things. Swansea. I'll say... Is it themed inside?
I'd be very hurt if I'm not on all the menus.
It's a gastropub, is it?
Not in Swansea, no.
I believe what it is a flat-roofed pub. One of the reasons I think it's named after me is that I wrote in my book that I had a theory that flat-roofed pubs are always bad. That basically, you'll never get nice food in a flat-roofed pub. You might get eaten by a dog. And Hannah said, this is going to be a nice flat-roofed pub that does nice food.
All right.
By which I don't mean a carvery.
You don't like carveries?
No.
What about Stephen Mangan's... What was yours again, Steve?
We used to befuddle, well, annoy our miserable neighbour by putting items of clothing on his washing line after he'd pegged his laundry out.
Yeah. And where was this?
Crouch End.
And when was it?
Oh, 15 years ago, probably.
And what's your relationship with Hannah?
Yeah, Hannah is my mate James's younger sister.
But was she living with you?
She was, there's three of us in the house, yeah.
What kind of thing did you used to put on there? I mean, just shirts? Or...
Well, it started one day. He came round and complained, and we were sitting up in her bedroom, looking out the window, and he put his washing out, and I said, I'm going to go and put a sock on his washing line. He liked everything to be very precise, and what he'd do is he'd come in, and when he'd take the washing off, we'd watch him every day, he'd fold it, he'd put all the socks together and put them in the washing, you know, rather than just chucking it all in and then doing it in the house.
Sorry, the person next to you is thinking, what's wrong with that?
So we put a blue sock on, went up, and then he came out and he put all his washing away hours later, and he was like... And it was just very fun. We just found it. I mean, it doesn't sound funny now.
In total,
we found it hilarious.
In total, how much did he put on?
Well, it went on for about 6 months.
I know
we'd go to charity shops and buy stuff to put on his washing line.
I know Gok's going to ask it, so I'll ask it for him. On a Sunday, did you lay out the clothes?
Izzy, you're saying then with Hannah, you both went out together, pulling, and to attract some guys, you ate ants.
We weren't out, we were at school.
How old were you?
About 15 or 16.
Right.
Would you mind standing next to Hannah just so I can work out the visual to see whether you look like you should be at school together?
Yeah. Taking my shoes off.
I think you're mixing up age and height. They're completely different things.
Trust me, I'm a stylist.
Oh, here we go.
Before you know it, they'll be naked.
OK, similar age. It could work.
So you were at school?
Yeah.
Right, and what, there's a boy there that you like?
Yeah, and he was called Paul Brooks.
Paul Brooks, OK, and you thought the best way to impress Paul is to eat some ants.
It was during a school production, so we were dressed... we were in Greece. Grease the musical.
Oh, right.
I thought you said we were in Greece, and you know the economy's like this. It's all we can eat. The ants. How many did you eat in total?
I ate about 24.
No way. 24?
Yeah.
How many did Hannah eat?
About 23.
Ah, loser. And that's why you got Paul Brooks.
And did you get Paul Brooks?
No, he just stood there the whole time, and then I
thought she's
sick.
stupid and walked off.
He just sat there chewing on his cockroach going, this is so natural. And what made you stop at 24 then? I mean, surely you could tell by his eyes after 2 or 3 that this wasn't working.
We just carried on, and then the interval was over and we had to go and do the second half of Greece.
This was during the show?
Yeah.
During the show? You
tell me more, tell me more. Well, we need an answer here, so Lee's team. Is Hannah Stephen's washing line prankster? Is his fellow anteater? Or David's pub landlady? What do you think?
We can rule out the strange theme pub.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Well, you know,
what is it about my face smiling politely next to a boxing glove that makes you think people won't want to get drunk?
I think it's Stephen. I think it's Stephen's telling the truth.
You think Stephen's telling the truth? Charles?
I think he probably is, actually.
You think it's Stephen?
Yeah.
I think it's Izzy, but I will go with the majority. Well, then I've got someone to blame.
OK, so, Hannah, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Hannah, and in order to impress a boy, Izzy and I once competed to see who can eat the most ants.
Thank you very much, Hannah. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lies, in which our panellists lie not only through their teeth, but also against the clock. We will start with... It's Lee.
When I was 7, I had to be a bridesmaid at my auntie's wedding. When I was 7, I had to be a bridesmaid at my auntie's wedding, as one of the girls who was supposed to do it was ill, and the dress was a perfect fit.
What did the dress look like?
I describe the colour as traumatic.
Why do they have to have a bridesmaid? Why couldn't they just say, if she's not well, let's move on?
I think you're mixing it with admin. If someone says to me, put the dress on, I'd put it on. You know that, don't you? Do as I'm told.
So you didn't display any reluctance to put the dress on?
I may have said, you know, mother, father, I am a 7-year-old boy, despite the fact that I am 2 years younger looking and slightly androgynous. But please, give me some dignity. And my father turned around to me, he said, son, when I was your age, he had a pipe, when I was your age, my father asked me to put a dress on, and I put it on, and his father before him, and his father before him. You'll put me dress on, and you'll smile.
Was there a page boy as well as bridesmaids at this wedding? I was a page boy once, and if another boy had dressed up as a girl, I would have felt it was fair game to persecute him.
Well, true, but luckily the page boy came up to me, little Sharon, and he said... he said, tell me about it, you know, you've had a rough day. You know what I mean? I'm a 24-year-old.
How much notice did you get?
Pardon?
How much notice did you get?
Quite a few people. I think, you know, from memory, quite a few people were, oh.
No, you idiot! How much warning? How far in advance?
I genuinely thought you meant notice. How much notice did you get? that was a genuine one.
Yeah.
Oh, how much notice did I get?
Oh, everyone thought I was adorable.
I've got to admit...
everyone was looking. I was nervous at first, but then I felt like a princess.
Oh, I see. How much in advance did they tell me?
Yeah, how much notice?
How much notice did I get? Do you know what? That would be embarrassing if this was on television, wouldn't it? I think I got, like, I don't know, 5 hours or something. She was ill at the last minute and...
I just think you would have absolutely refused at
Well,
that age.
listen, I said, Dad, I don't want to do it. And he went, listen, I'm not your dad, I'm your mother. I'm sick of you constantly calling me dad. The other one, that's your dad.
How long did you have to keep the dress on? At what point in the proceedings? I mean, did you have to wear it right through to the disco and, you know...
My dad said you'll keep it on till the music starts. Da, 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 da. Because unfortunately the cabaret act had cancelled because of illness.
So what are you thinking, David? Does that sound at all plausible to you?
What do you think, Izzy?
I really want it to be true.
Well, then say true.
I actually think it could genuinely be the biggest load of drivel I've ever heard. It can't be true.
I don't think it's true.
Lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lie. Conclusively, it's a lie. Lee, truth or lie?
It's a lie. I wanted it to be true, didn't I?
Yes, it's a lie. Lee wasn't a bridesmaid at his auntie's wedding. And that noise signals time is up, and it's the end of the show, and I can reveal that David's team has romped home by 5 points to 1. Yeah. But it's not just a team game, and my individual liar of the week this week is Stephen Mangan. Yes, Stephen Mangan. Today's is hardly a surprising victory, as when it comes to lying through his teeth, Stephen has more to work with than most. Good night.